rest of the series. But, you know, I just have to believe in Imperial taking the win today. I don't think it's going to be easy. I do think NRG are going to push them to the brink, but they should have enough in Imperial to get the job done today against a team playing with their coach.
What does Nuke look like for us?
I mean, look, it's all going to depend on the game plan of Daps and what he wants to do, but expect some surprising moves, expect some really unexpected things to happen.
Okay, Dinko, you know what? You've been an analyst, you've been an interviewer, you've been a commentator at the Major as well. Want to take my job?
All right, Harry and Hugo, it is over to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, NRG taking on Imperial here in a do-or-die game for qualification into Stage 2. And we're not waiting long to get into this. Imperial start things off with a blistering pace out in the yard. Sonic tries to catch them crossing, but already room taken here. Cello moving in, and he's got teammates in behind him.
Yeah, there's options open here for Imperial, Secret and Hell Control. They're just going to group ramp and meet at this B site. Sonic doesn't want to let them. Down in Secret sits Bro, but he's got support as well. NRG stacked heavy in this lower site.
Right now, they're kind of pincered in the vents. Imperial trying to deal with this, but they can't flush it out. Bro even catches one in the air as he drops out from the vent position. And so Imperial might have got the space they were looking for, but couldn't deal with this double vent drop. The stack in at lower. They've even heard Skulls here. Sonic closing in on him. And so Skulls really on borrowed time. Looking for a dominant start here out of NRG as they run away with that pistol round flawlessly.
Yeah, NRG already talked about it, but feeling some nerves perhaps coming into this final day of play. They may have blistered through the BO1s in shocking fashion, but once hitting that qualification point, progression to Stage 2 seeming to elude them back-to-back BO3s. They definitely had a good chance against Fnatic yesterday, but this is, on paper, their best bet. Still underdogs throughout this run are NRG. Looking to upset in this series today against an Imperial that haven't even beaten a non-Asian team. Imperial on the force by popping.
Yeah, right into George over here at ramp. Only going to get out with his one, and the rotates for NRG are slow, so this room taken by Imperial. They'll set their sights down on lower. Bro already here. Has some support. Sonic, it's a little ugly on the spray, but he still makes it work.
Bro's been the most reliable player in this run for NRG. He's been outputting in every single game, win or loss. So it's reassuring to see him starting comfortably. Going to need him to perform today if NRG are going to find this win.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting when you look at it as well. We kind of saw Imperial yesterday. It was Cello and Tri really stepping up to try and fill the void. And so I think that's going to put some pressure on Exotic, who I think has had some good games here, but notably as the pressure's crept up, as the tournament's gone on, and especially in series that have gone the distance, he went so quiet in that Fnatic game the other day in map 3.
Yeah.
That was after being the guy trying to make all the difference on the second map of Inferno. So I think, you know, the case is kind of there for NRG that a couple of these guys look a little shaky as the games go on.
You're already a player down, so you're not going to get life games from Daps every single day, are you? You're going to have to pick up the slack. Let's see if NRG can do so. Anti-Eco to find 3-0 lead here on Imperial's map pick. While Imperial banned their Insta, that gave NRG room in this veto. Worth noting, both having Ancient as a perma-ban. Whoever bans first draws a short end of the stick. NRG were able to drop Mirage in this series, surprisingly enough, and go for a train pick. A train that we saw Imperial get destroyed on versus Fnatic. Sure, a very different level of team, but at the same time, it bodes well for NRG, this veto.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you, and I think the veto conversation is pretty interesting because we kind of saw Imperial take that risk already, right? Playing a little fast and loose with the veto in the Fnatic game that you talk about. Here, conservative approach. which I'm kind of surprised at, if I'm honest. I think NRG with the coach, it should be almost obvious that they wouldn't look to play their permaban, even if they had been practicing it. That's how I like to think about it anyway.
It's you know, you can make an argument really for both
even
sides.
If you kind of had it as a trick up your sleeve, is this really the time you would hope to show that off?
Underdogs, man. You never know what they're going to pull out, Harry. We saw what Furia did against Vitality and how that paid off. And that was an ugly game. And sometimes it can be enough. Hey, we just saw FaZe Fluxo. Wasn't exactly pretty, but it got the job done. So will Exotic in this round. 5v4. Oh, they get stuck in the ramp room. Blocking in the smoke gives George a free kill, and Imperial even wastes an extra molly. That molly would make all the difference down on lower. They're taking space in the B-bomb side, but NRG are flooding in. Bad molly, bad molly.
Yeah, Bro's allowed to play ahead of this. That's a free denial on the plant. Vinny will try and bridge the gap at least with one back the other way. And a route to get this bomb planted after all. Tries the one set up to try and clutch this, right? Playing on the other side of the double doors. Vinny just looking for a bit of safety down in the site itself. It's a good kill from Try. And now both players looking rampward. Try on the swing, it tries to add another to the tally, and now it's just down to the captain. Vinny tucked in here, last spotted in the site itself. Daps and Exotic, time is running low. And even though that nade has found a good bit of chip damage, you've got to get eyes on, you've got to deal with Vinny. Exotic will defuse for Daps. Give it to him, he's the man with the kit. NRG pick it up with seconds to spare.
Oh dear, I mean, close margin, winnable clutch for Vinny, but the mistake comes down to Try in that round. It's standard utility to take lower control, to get that molly in deep. It's got to bounce deep off the stairs. I saw Try scale into the bomb site, and then he had to pull back, realizing, I've got to get this molly in. Throws it from a weird angle, it doesn't land deep enough, and they get punished planting the bomb. So, huge mistake for Try to make. And that double molly wasted on ramp does come back to burn Imperial. Easy pickups for NRG, who get it done in the post plant. 4-0. I don't want to go as far as saying Imperial need this map to win the series, but Train just doesn't bode well given what we saw from them the other day. Exotic, he's been at the forefront of these opening kills, very keen to get involved. Shut down after one this time. Tries Hero AK, resets back to lobby. And while Silo is cleared, Imperial have nothing to show but this inside control. Good re-smoke for Sonic. They were walking towards door, now it might just be this hut bust for Imperial. Or down the vent. No way, moves away from the hut molly. And maybe Imperial realizing that numbers is the best bet. Third door smoke. Insult to injury here for Imperial. Looks like they're just going to pop together. Even if they go B, Sonic's there. There's no easy round win here for Imperial.
Bro swings the moment he hears that molly pull, gets away with his double. And there's no winning this for No Way.
Just save.
Just going to try and get out with the hero gun. So NRG really off to the races here. I mean, I think you understand the pick from Imperial. You're kind of doubtful that NRG are going to have the protocols in place to, you know, field a successful CT side here on Nuke. It's a very demanding map on a technical level. There's a lot of moving parts, and so an attempt to punish, especially after a good showing from Imperial on this map yesterday versus the Huns. I think they're kind of shocked at the level of performance you're getting out of NRG right now. But feels like it would be the best map to pick into a squad with a stand-in.
Yeah, NRG are making the best out of a bad scenario, right? But I think the fortunate part is, hey, at least your IGL is the one who's out, right? In a sense, because it's often your weakest player. It is statistically their worst player on CT side, Nuke as well. And so Daps is just going to fill in his slot, right? He's going to play A anchor at the back of the bomb site. If Imperial don't have good upper executes, they can't abuse Daps' position. And that does feel like the way in, right? You often see in-game leaders get abused in their positions, be anchoring in the harder spots to get more than one kill out of. Daps is definitely in that position. So do Imperial have the prep and the ability to run good topside executes? Nuke just really turns into outside control these days. Only a few teams really want to rely on what is often the randomness of these A hits. And Imperial haven't moved away from that just yet. Smokes come down in this gun round, a round they need.
It's also a triple lead out in the yard for NRG from the get-go. George playing up on top of the garage. They know what they're up against here, so a chance to catch two crossing out in the yard. That is a huge double from George. Imperial round already feels like it's in jeopardy before it's even began. Spam from Try is nice. It's going to give them a fighting chance in this round.
It's a really good read for NRG off the rip, right? They don't play anyone on ramp. It's just Exotic holding hell with the AWP, so the ramp player is on garage roof getting a double kill, and he's still able to get back in ramp in time. He's just cleared every position, and now George owns it back. Imperial don't jump into ramp when they realize he's not there. Maybe they fear the AWP, but either way, it's back to late outside control. A big gap, no less, but NRG are staying active. George, double outside, clears lobby, and now Imperial's sneaky move is known by NRG.
Yeah, you very quickly start to piece this one together. Imperial might just try and walk it in through main, and that at least leaves them away from the Exotic AWP, but with lobby taken, you will be scrapping here. They last saw George outside. Util's going to get in his way, stops him playing into the round, so we're looking at Bro instead, but an awkward line, an awkward angle, and Exotic dropping in. He's given a kill away. Very little time left now as Try plugs in those numbers. No one in position to deny. It's George on for the ace clutch. That's what he needs. If NRG won this round, 3 kills deep, he'll get shut out of it, and Imperial finally break through.
Oh, NRG getting a little bit scuffed there. I don't even hate the molly, but it kind of ruins Bro's round. It blocks them crossing in, and Bro just gets isolated as they stand still behind the Molotov. And then everyone just throws himself back into the round. They don't want to play it slow, play it retake. Surprised Daps actually dropped slower, feeling like maybe Imperial hit really good timing outside. They didn't. And so he did leave the A site completely open for business, but I would like to just see NRG slow it down and play a retake there. Exotic's running through the heaven Molotov. Feels like a real overcommitment across the board there for NRG. Imperial on the board.
Will you boost me? Or just... and then we...
And I think it started with this, right? A 5-on-3 delivered by George. Really not the round you wanted to give away. And I think, it's one of the things we've seen from Exotic a handful of times when the rounds start to get a little closer. Aggression, kind of his go-to solution to try and solve these problems. Early days for NRG, right? They can still try and recover this. Again, it's the yard smokes for Imperial.
Boost came up, but Exotic is cycling nades on these outside smokes. And I will say Imperial have done a good job of delaying their cross with the second wall now. When the nades are expired, they'll be able to get down secret. It's not been a position Imperial have been fighting for in these gun rounds. Will Sonic allow it? Looks like it. Imperial get what they bargained for, but with Bomb back in lobby, they've got to meet them in lower. George early B and Exotic AWPing ramp. How do Imperial push and pull this way into the B site?
There's the spot for George. Eyes on 2 in at lower, and that's going to trigger a pretty hefty rotate here out of NRG. Sending 2 players into the ramp room.
It's a fake out. Vent.
Up through the vent for Cello. Bro's got no idea. Man on his screen, and Bro can't flick there in time. It's Daps and Sonic holding on to this top site. They fall for the Imperial trickery, but they're still there to reel them back in. That's a streak might have gotten broken off the top, but they're looking to restart it on the side of NRG.
I actually like the execute for Imperial, right? It's just awkward that no one clears close vent, and Bro's full blind, he lets them in. Second player, just free kill as a result. It's a very awkward way for it to come crumbling down, considering how heavily it looked like they had dedicated to that B-bomb site. Tricky start here for Imperial. Running into wall after wall. NRG go back to the boost, unknown about. And it will stay that way.
I do hope we get to see, you know, one of these more up-tempo topside hits at some point, right? It feels like that's almost the part that you want to try and exploit. That's where Daps is playing. You kind of want to set the precedent that it's something you're capable of. A lot of teams look to bring it out fairly early in their T-side, right? Just to get the opponent worrying about these top site rushes. You force them to expel more util right off the top of the round.
This is the round. They've just done a second smoke wall outside again. And it's all a fake out. There's only George and lower. They just leave ramp open. NRG are comfortable leaving ramp open, but they have a very weak A site right now. It's only Bro and Daps. Exotic coming in time. He's been very mobile on this CT side. Right place, right time for it.
On the orb here for the first, and he's going to collect it, drops in. Help from Daps as he's on his way out of the round. Skulls, that's a pretty nice pickup. Able to catch Sonic as he comes out around the smoke as well, and with Exotic dead, it's only George left standing, not for long. That's the top site hit Imperial were hoping for, and it comes together beautifully with a double from Skulls to open things up.
Yeah, Imperial can only win 3v5 so far in this T side. That's both their rounds. 2 defensive kills on that top side. And then Imperial hit hard with a couple of pistol shots for Skulls. They go a long way. And Bro on both these A hits, feeling perhaps like he wished he played later. Getting shot in the side of the head. Around to round, Imperial will take it. They can break the money of NRG right now.
NRG go looking for a bit of control, trying to be the ones initiating here with lobby aggression. Oh, George does well to get out of there. Meanwhile, out in the yard, Cello crosses with these smokes. As Brobin made aware that this timing could be hit because they were checking the yard.
They got 2 players outside. You'd hope so. Doesn't look aware. Cello grabs him as Bro goes for the clear. Imperial in no hurry here. They have that secret control. Man up. Util dwindling here for NRG. Exotic looks to commit. Just feel like ramp would be the obvious move.
I mean, Cello quite likes the vent climb. And he's the only guy down at lower right now. He just tried faking it out. Oh, that could have been something for Exotic. Instead, he's burning alive. Forces himself forward into the heart. And with George holding down the push, Exotic shot in the back. A kill that maybe didn't need to give away on that aggression. And Try locks it in.
Dude, why is he there? Why is he there? That's what I'd be saying. Why is he there? Late off the top of the roof, throwing the util as Imperial convert yet another top hit. Big entry for Cello that just throws so much pressure on the round for NRG. They don't know where to look. And again, George has gotten so many double kills in lost rounds. NRG, the wheels may start to fall off here on this CT side.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, that early game conditioning of the yard smokes, really making that be the kind of goal for Imperial in the offset, felt like it was doing them wrong, but ever since they've won that top site hit round, now it's a big problem. You don't really know what's happening behind these smokes.
Yeah.
The Cello lurk is feeling effective as a result of it. NRG certainly losing a bit of the initiative. We were crediting them for some great reads early on in this game, but nature of it started to change now.
They're selling AKs to buy 3 MAC-10s here, so is it going to be something faster on this top site, or even just committing behind the smokes wouldn't be a bad move. It's something we haven't seen Imperial do as a pack. Either way, I'm expecting a bit of pace behind this one. They've read the money well. NRG on a near full eco. A couple of flashbangs and a pistol upgrade. It's all they've got to show for this.
Fast play down the vent.
Crazy. Whoa.
You got 3 players down lower. And the round should already be decided on that fact alone.
Cello's ready for it. Doesn't need to overcommit here. He's got Vinny spawn side as well, and the MAC-10 swoop in. So simply done here by Imperial. 1 kill would be lovely. Oh, it really would have been. But George has left. Lost outside. And Imperial definitely breaking into this game now. It felt like a really ugly start to this map. But multiple round disadvantages, 1 out. And they're looking to draw this half up. If they win 1 more gun round, it's there for the taking.
5 fora. Vai ser o... Mano, dropa uma Mac aí, alguém ficou pra cá, tem dinheiro pro
Do
próximo.
they stay on the MAC-10s? They really don't need to. Should see some upgrades. 2 MAC-10s in play.
Oh, Cello fast and loose out in the yard. Nearly the catch on a Sonic here. Puts a lot of pressure on. And NRG, all their attention focused outwards into the yard, but they've missed these timings on the smoke breaks. Imperial look like they're going to try and cross in a garage here. They get a lot of bodies across behind these smokes. Full outside control. Exotic living on borrowed time. Going to get picked up for free outside. Bomb made it down secret in all this chaos. You don't really have any picture as to what's happening in this round if you're NRG. You don't know numbers out in the yard. You know that 1 guy's made it across the garage, but you don't know how deep they've taken it. And this bomb down through secret will come as a real nasty surprise. NRG, in an attempt to get their bearings, looked for a bit of lobby control on Daps at ramp.
Oh, now it's time to go for George. Feel like that was a fake flash. Vinny fails to jump. He's going to go through locker instead. George falls for it. 30 seconds as they look to end. Where are they going to go? May as well group ramp right now. Bomb is secret, remember. Spotting that heaven control. No reason to hunt this kill. The bomb is still secret. You're not coming up the vent. Not at this point. Daps goes down into the belly of the beast.
Oh, they could stop the bomb right here. Sonic, the guy tasked with that, but low on health. Can't play through the molly. The bomb makes it in. It's all chaotic here. Oh, they're off the bomb. Had to at the sign of the pressure, and now the plant comes in. Bro can't contest for this. That is a chaotic round for both squads.
Oh, it feels like Imperial are really overthinking it, right? They had so much control, so much distraction on that hell wrap. The NRG were nowhere near that B bomb site, but they did not want to speed up. It almost cost them the round as NRG flood the B site with seconds to spare, but enough is done here for Imperial. Skulls with important kills to cover the planter. And Imperial, from a really slow start to this game, 5-0 down, 6-1 lead for NRG. Imperial break through. That 1 rifle NRG will have in the hands of Bro. He can drop over 1 M4, and the rest is going to be a bit of a mixed bag here in this final round of the half.
I mean, the value of these yard smokes has only grown as the game's gone on. Even their Exotic, just not even considering that anyone would have crossed in behind them. You're really uncertain as to what they're meaning right now in terms of the overall game plan for Imperial. NRG cobbling a buy together. Thing that I think probably feels frustrating as well is whenever they've looked for this mid-round aggression into the lobby, they've often found a lot of success in terms of, you know, it hasn't cost them too many resources, they get the info, but then they end up losing in the actual mid-round or in the post-plant, whatever it may be. Kind of bet of Imperial that the, ooh, that That's really ugly. Bro giving chase down through the vents, hoping he can catch Vinny off guard.
Trying to force it now. That's the M4 lost as well. 2 nades wasted on 1 smoke, and Imperial have not been caught once by these breaks.
It's a full lean in towards lower.
I like it.
NRG have got Daps and George down here early. And Imperial this time walk this way with numbers. Vinny's had the vent rotation on lock throughout the entire round. I mean, from 6-1 down, this would be one hell of a recovery for Imperial going on to split the half. George and Daps, the only two that could have made a damn bit of difference, and they get swept aside cleanly. Exotic now takes up position over here at ramp, but as he chases down the players in control room, he gives away another. Sonic, a very unlikely 1v4 on the cards, and Imperial has been planted. Laughing all the way through this T side, what looked like a dire start, ends up painting a very pretty picture in the long run. And Nuke, well, it might just go swimmingly for Imperial after all, as they look to recover from that slow beginning.
NRG come out of the gate swinging, but it's Imperial who get the last laugh in that first half, leveling out with 5 straight rounds for an even split. It's a damn good T-side when you consider how it began. And NRG getting a brutal taste of reality here, as they're going to have to pull this one back and do better on their offensive half.
Yeah, it's a pretty tall order ahead of NRG right now. The one thing they've got going for them is that Imperial have not been very good in these pistol rounds. So if you can find success here, that at least gives you a bit of a leg up in this second half. They'll try and brave the ramp stack. And Imperial rub their hands together as NRG play right into them. Just Bro and Daps remain in this 2-on-3. Damage done on the try maybe makes it interesting. But you need to be very switched on here. It's a lot of crossfires for Imperial. Chance at a late trade out from this Hell player as well. And there's the support moving in. You think you're fighting one, suddenly you're fighting all 3, and Imperial, they've struggled in these pistol rounds, but not in that one.
No way shooting back up the board here to top of his team. Try has also been a very reliable piece in this run for Imperial, even in lost maps and lost games. And the two leading the way here, and Try can be a lot of fun to watch on this AWP on CT side. Exotic was very involved early, but cooled off. Didn't get as many orbs in the latter part of the half. Try will delay his first AWP. One little eco from NRG. They've not been a force by heavy team in this run, relying on their rifle rounds. Easy fights across the board here for the Brazilians. But not in a hurry to take them. On Cello's contact, Vinny can activate. Run boost ready. Yep.
Vinny's now moving in, and suddenly these players that survived the crossing are trapped in a box out in garage. One back for George. They even spotted Daps out here as the final piece. What's he got for us?
Nothing, I assure you. Not with a Glock. Vinny cleans house, and NRG got to hit hard coming into this gun round. It's a massive streak now building for Imperial, 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah, outdoing the streak of NRG from that first half. They managed to get it up to 5 straight. Imperial pulling ahead, and this gun round very important for NRG. They do want to try and keep Nuke alive. Nearly a full crossing with these yard smokes in this first rifle round. Everyone outside. Trying to gauge the reactions from Imperial first. Not giving anything though, they've got to get a move on. And there's Dabs with an unlikely opening. They weren't ready for Vinny. Cello gets iced out towards main. That's a beautiful double for Exotic as he's missed the trades in this round. No way, quelled as well, and only Skulls left standing, a 1v2.
That bomb's got to come out through main though on low health. Cover needs to be immaculate. Bro has to hit this shot when Sonic moves in. Oh
no!
Dear!
Secured, picked up. Sonic holds it together. That very easily could have slipped through their fingers.
Terrifying round. I feel like Exotic makes that mid-round call as well, right? He gets those 2 very quick trades, clean shots for Exotic, then just storms towards main. Would not want to lose that round in a 3v1 like that. Saved by Sonic. NRG still in it to win it, looking to break Imperial's money here. They've already broken the streak. Daps did hit a banger outside as well. StarLadder smokes, putting them down outside. Let's try. Orplus moves in. Does he want to nade George or nade the smoke? That's the question. His kill's right there for the taking, but NRG sneak across.
Exact numbers here unknown. So Imperial might have 1 player down at low, the rest firmly in at the top site. It's just Cello down here, armed with this MP9.
It's not very comfortable here for Imperial. Getting more than 1 kill would be surprising.
Not even jump spotting either, so he's only going to find out when they peek him.
Oh, there's only 2 going here. There's a chance, but not when Sonic's laser sharp like that. Quick entry, into B they go.
And you kind of learn about this so late that unless Skulls gets some crazy multi-kill, I think you just have to think about saving in this round.
And that's why you see the protocol of players jump spotting right, getting info on B, because as soon as they do, they can shut the door, they can go into the bomb site, pick a nice strong position up in the rafters, and, you know, set up for multiple kills there. But Cello is going for a bit of glory. Vinny gets an exit. We've seen this MP7 be a bit of a delight. Oh, this would be huge, though. Even a couple here.
This is all the rifles. Mac 10 trying to hunt them down. Daps with good damage, but no kills found. The rest of his team moving in, though, to try and secure these kills on the saving Imperial players. They're really debating. They decide to not give it a go, worrying about their own money ahead of breaking their opponents. So that will allow a bit of an investment here for Imperial on the back of that heavy save.
Shame for Daps any other gun, and he's going to line up multiple kills in that position. So instead, Imperial actually get to field more rifles, get to give it another try. Talking of which, still waiting for his AWP on the CT side. Ooh, double nade. Get some. Not every day you see a round end like that for a player. Sonic nuked. George looking for an entry, and there is a huge opportunity on this top site, but No Way sits right above him in the rafter.
Feel a little awkward here as well. If Daps is supposed to go and pick up this yard lurk, yeah, he's going to get found by Vinny. He was also the dude who was supposed to grab the bomb, so that's just left back in spawn. This is really throwing the round into disarray for NRG. Try tucked in. No one ever clears this spot, and so Try, good for one at least. Knows that Exotic's here as well, and he can just call the rest of his team over as they box Exotic in. That is a flawless round for Imperial. Out of all the ways to return to form, that's what you wanted. It starts with an nade stack in the yard. It throws the whole round into disarray for NRG. And you go on to get out with 5 guns in tow.
Yeah, you're seeing the value of those smokes for Imperial on the start of the T side, right? They didn't often use them, but it just created a lot of questions for NRG. And we need to see the same thing done, really, by NRG in this T half to deny info, to actually have players crossing behind the smokes. Because if Vinny's pushed up like that, those smokes are going to fool you.
Oh, fast top hit. In they come. Cello. Only good for the first. Try moving in, hoping to fill this gap. He's lost teammates all around him, but the rotates now arrive. The round stalls out a little bit here for NRG. If that bomb wasn't committed, they could try and do something here, but they've got to battle forward. They've got to look for this site control.
Smokes everywhere. Time buying.
All right, Daps. He's here very, very quickly. I don't know if you're expecting him on this type of a timing.
He's so soon, he doesn't even want to take it. He's going around the world. Sonic trying to keep up some sort of attempt on this site.
Vinny's now firmly holding on to heaven. Daps has lost that window of opportunity, and he thinks that he might beat them on a timing. They might not be expecting this. Vinny has not taken his eyes off of that heaven wraparound, and so Daps offered up on a silver platter.
It's a shame he had his timing, he just didn't believe in it. Took way too long to get up heaven instead, and Sonic was never going to win that round with 5 health. Vinny, nice shutdown on the top site. Imperial building back into this game. 2 recoveries here in the map already, taking the lead, 3 away from securing their map pick in this series.
Counter-terrorist win.
And this is all with Cello really going quiet today. He's been the standout player for Imperial coming into this major, but not even required. In this first map, Vinny is just taking names, 2 through the smoke.
Yeah, he feels right at home here. Vinny with the 3rd, approaching 20 kills from the captain of Imperial. And even now, you just hate the way Skulls is playing this. If you Daps, you were hoping you could try and squeak out a kill on some weird timing out towards ramp, but Skulls has got his number. Yeah, it is interesting to see the quiet performance from Cello, but it hasn't really mattered, right? Vinny has had fantastic output. On top of that, it's actually a real treat for me to see Skulls kind of stepping up a little bit more in this game. He's had some super quiet matches in the Imperial jersey this major. And so here we are, the real kind of last hurrah for NRG. Come up short here, and Imperial are running away with Nuke.
Double wall coming out for NRG. Tries ready a ramp. They're going to run through anyway. Just dry on contact through the smoke. Nice. Banging shot, but Skulls will pay for it.
Exotic's been good with the trades. Ooh. Has to do it again here as Bro pulls the attention away. It's Exotic with his second in the round. Now there's an early drop in towards lower for Imperial. Vinny tucked in behind the silo, and he's got no way down here as well. That leaves just Cello alone at the top site. NRG have full froze in this 4v3.
Yeah, gambling now, maybe starting to doubt it. Back up the vent. Would not be too late to save this here for Imperial. He smoked the door at 50 seconds. Still 2 in this top site. Where will the bomb choose to end? They are very split right now, but a kill's offered right up. Sonic can't take it.
That's a bit of a disaster. That's going to send him down in the lower. I don't know if they're going to be ready for Vinny here. He's been sitting here all damn round. They think it's clear. There's Vinny with the first. Make it a second. Vinny's on form to open up this series. It takes Bro to run him down. The third piece will get that trade. Still so much more to do, and layers of defense that he just can't break through. Imperial, they've got multiple chances to walk this one over the line, and NRG broke at the end of that.
Vicious from Vinny. He's had so many heroic multi-kills on this CT side. He's been making this map happen for Imperial in both sides. And that is a really awkward way to lose it. Sonic with a free kill on a plate, but covered. And that just forces the panic for NRG. They lose control of the map. They just dart into that B-bomb site, nobody checking. It's a couple of times now that NRG have been caught without clearing all positions. And Imperial right there with the map for the taking, 4 rounds in a row. A solid CT side. NRG, what a run on those BO1s, but these BO3s have not treated them kindly.
Oh, and are they leaving it to this explosive play out into the top site? They've already lost 2 of their heaviest hitters, and this has become very disjointed very, very quickly. Imperial looking to go flawless in this final round to secure the victory on Nuke, putting them 1 step closer to stage 2. NRG now, they've got to go away at the end of this one, gear up for Train. It's a good map for the squad. It's one that Imperial felt a heavy loss on already in the competition. But with the form that Vinny's showcasing and with the potential for guys like Cello to get switched online, this one is no safe bet for
right out of the gate. Like, I just feel like it's over so quickly.
Let's find out how this is going to play out. We are moving on to Train. Harry and Hugo are ready to take you into game.
Imperial versus NRG. We're into the second map. It's NRG's pick. A little bit of Train, their first time playing it here at the Major. You've seen Imperial take to this map once already in a gamble versus Fnatic, and it did not pan out.
Wow.
But they've learned some lessons from that game. This was exactly how Fnatic opened up against them. Bit of aggression coming through with dual Berettas up through the B ramp, and it's torn through NRG.
It's such a standard pistol at this point. I'm surprised teams still get caught off guard, just getting massacred by Julies up ramp. I got a lot to say about this game, and maybe I'll save it for the eco, but it is a bit worrying here. NRG playing 2 maps that they haven't played with Daps at this event in this final BO3. Not having touched Nuke nor Train, Daps with boots to fill. And Imperial with a clean pistol, no problem. Skulls 4K makes it so. I'm worried about this CT side, Harry. I'm worried about the second half more than the first. All right, Daps is filling in for Nitro on B anchor. We're going to need to see NRG be aggressive in that second half to try and stop Imperial from running the B executes. It's what they wanted to do against Fnatic. Yeah. They didn't get allowed to, but if Imperial get given the room and the respect in this map, I think they're going to run over NRG here.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up, because you're dead on. That Imperial game went so one-sidedly against them on Train, precisely for the reason that Fnatic never let them have the upper control. They had great protocols in place to go about fighting for it, and they constantly denied this area of the map right here.
But none of this will be a factor if Imperial just come in strong on this CT side. It's the best place to start right now, CT-sided Train. So they're sitting back comfortably in this anti-eco. It's a bomb plant allowed for NRG, but nothing further. Even kills feel unlikely in this position. Easily done by Imperial and NRG. A gun round coming in now. Pressure is on for NRG to start strong on this T side. They need 4 or 5 rounds to make this map interesting. Anything less, and a pistol may decide their fate in this final day of play of stage 1.
I think there's a number of things to look out for. Right, Bro comes off of the back of a very, very quiet performance. He's kind of been the rock and the core of this NRG squad throughout this event. You don't want him too shaken up. You're going to need him hitting hard in this game. Oh, that's a wild play to go and make on his own in this first gun round. Vinny with a nice, easy kill. If you wanted Bro to bring himself back in time for Train, that's not the ideal start. And now layers of defense over towards B. Flash does wreck Skulls. He gets out with 1. Still the advantage here for Imperial. They're bringing everyone over on the rotate and just staying alive as Cello at the back of the site finally going to get dealt with. It's a low HP Daps and Exotic pinned in behind this Train.
Oh, nowhere to go.
Doesn't even feel like he can get this bomb planted. He's getting harassed from all angles.
Oh, is that it? Will he live? Inside of the smoke, 1 HP, and all that survives here. Cello may have killed Skulls with the team flash, but that matters not. A multi-kill for Exotic, and it's still not enough as Imperial surge ahead, 3-0 starting this map. They were able to streak back on Nuke in both halves. And now NRG are going to have to dig deep. T-side Train is just such an uncomfortable place to be.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nowhere to go there. Bit of attack here for Imperial. Try out of the server. Some time for NRG to collect themselves. And perhaps their last time on this stage here in Budapest. A team that many expected just to go 0-3 off the back of their stand-in already beat expectations by winning 2 maps, by taking down FaZe. But FaZe have progressed. And NRG are fighting for their life.
I mean, it's something the desk were talking about. It's something NRG is certainly feeling, right? The idea that in the beginning there was no pressure, there was no expectations, because how could they kind of put any on themselves with Dabs having a stand-in? But as the games go on, you kind of can't help but buy into it, start to envision that you might make it through to stage 2. There were even talks in some of these interviews about buying time for Nitro, how if they make it into that next stage, maybe he's able to come in time and save the day. And so you really do just start to visualize it. And it's from that's where the pressure comes from. Good trade at least here for George, but victories will be short-lived in this round for NRG. As Imperial plug the holes, Sonic goes looking for a bit more. Powerful dink. Can't locate try, and Vinny just closes in. I gotta say as well, Vinny really leveling up as the tournament's gone on. He was a problem piece in the BO1s, but since we've hit BO3s, Vinny has leveled up.
No doubt about that. Bit of a Mickey Mouse round there with multiple players getting behind NRG. Some really good grenades to stop the rush as well. That will make NRG think twice about fast outside control. 2 HEs put many players down to half health. So how's his default look? Bro in main doing pop cross utility, but it's smoked out. Imperial play ahead of it, tries AWP inside of the pop dog. And so if George just swings dry, he'll pay with his life. Skulls alone on B. And No Way moves in with this AWP to cover. There's that flashbang. Dodge by try, and No Way is absolutely fine. There's no way you want to re-peek that, George. So everyone calls it off. And NRG have to go back to a late A hit. AWP just stays on the line. And Ivy getting taken.
This is the guy with the util if they do want to try and get out here. So they wait for him to join them. Smoke down out towards camera, gives them a chance to fight Cello in a 3v1. They spot him up close, but the timing is awkward there for NRG. Cello, here's that third man coming. Can't get his bearings on Exotic, but still he's done his part in the round and then some. And there's a lot of mobility here for Imperial. They take main away in this downtime. No Way gets a free kill from it. It's just Exotic left. Really the only guy to even make a dent in these rounds.
It's just really good control in this round for Imperial. They never give up that pop position from Try's AWP. They take main, as you say, and that just allows Cello to play committed on Ivy on and off angle. He's able to get 2 kills there. That's shocking. He was ice cold on that previous map. If you're telling me Cello's woken up now on train, that's going to be bad news for NRG. They can't catch a break. 5-0 start for Imperial on CT train is a par for the course.
I mean, you kind of got the idea from NRG that they were in a position to crumble back in their Fnatic game, right? Where they had the chance to complete a comeback on Inferno, feeling like you were just rounds away from making it to stage 2. And things started to look really shaky all of a sudden. You can see the nerves setting in. You don't know if they've gone away.
What?
No Way with the backstab here, and no one watching pop means he's flipped the script of this round, and what was a nice start for NRG is immediately cancelled out.
Thanks for the molly, I'm out of there. NRG get one gun to show for it, but the wheels are off, man. How's no one covering the pop push when they get a B entry like that? Players are backed up. We have 3 in the electric. That's just a complete oversight for NRG, and now resetting to try and use this AK. Trust in Exotic, he's been delivering on rifles and on orbs. But at the same time, this is a big disadvantage for NRG. Just walking out of main together. They have to flash T-spawn for crying out loud. Boxes ticked, yes, but Imperial hear that flash. Try waits for a late A commitment.
Position, and even though Exotic's there to trade, one back from him, but time's running low. Too low, in fact. He won't be able to get this bomb planted.
I don't think so.
Chases the plant anyway, just to force the kill out of try. But this is starting to feel really brutal. The only man offering any resistance right now is Exotic.
Yeah, sick. 4K from No Way though, right? The double push pop and then 2 more on the bomb train when he's left alone with no support. Great mechanics. Spamming that crouch key over and over. It's hard to hit. And Imperial hit hard. 6-0 start. Another 4x coming through. But NRG call a pause. Unfortunately for them, the coach was talking the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the absence that you're feeling as well, right? The idea that Naps is having to dedicate his energy towards trying to call the round. So the presence that's missing is that external pair of eyes, that calming voice.
Yeah, it's not like they brought someone behind them.
And so, you know, what can you really hope to do in these pauses? At a certain point, you know, you could even say maybe they're even helping Imperial out more, right? A chance for Zach to get involved and talk to the troops, prepare them for the task that lays ahead.
They're ready. Imperial pushing the boundaries, fighting A main up front. That molly is good. It gives Bro information on the burn. Vinny is still here though, so NRG, the 5v4 cannot afford to get ahead of themselves. I like that they reset here and regroup. Close nade. But Imperial are trying to threaten, take it back, clearing those close positions. The AWP. Main is now cleared to a degree. Debs will have to flash Sonic back in. Ooh, awkward timing. He's burning alive. Nothing he can do about that. Advantage squandered. No way,
Oh,
Vinny.
Vinny, you madman.
Crazy.
Right in the smoke. That is a free kill for Daps.
But meanwhile, they killed the B-Lurk, so it's not like Imperial even feel too flustered right now. Skulls is still there. Tries AWP, waits. Exotic comes to him.
I mean, Daps is often the util man as well, right? You know, he's not really left to his own devices here. He's often in with the pack, so I think just seeing him in the kill feed is quite telling. Two players strong in towards this A site for Imperial.
Ooh.
Try with an awkward mistiming here. Bro tries to close it on him, and he will get past the AWP, but still has a lot of work left to do and very little time to do it. 10 seconds left for Bro. Rotate moving over from that B site, and it's not even needed. Cello stands his ground. And this lead just continues to spiral. Imperial are running away with Trey.
Yeah, another multi-kill for Cello as well, right? We at least had him cold map 1. That is not the case. He's had a big 2K and now a big 3K in important gun rounds for Imperial. And right now, they're all important for NRG. I said they needed 4 or 5 rounds. Well, now they have to win out on this B side for that to be a reality.
And that's the thing, you know, when you find yourself in that original position that NRG were, where you go 2-0 up, you have these really unexpected victories come through. You know, every single game adds more and more pressure. This is the final chance you've got. And you already saw that pressure setting in their game at 2-1.
Absolutely.
Felt like they had the nerves rattling them in that matchup versus Fnatic.
Came back on Inferno only to lose it by the final pull.
No, I mean, this is a team that were rounds away from stage 2 at the Major.
Yeah.
But it might all end with a whimper here. As Imperial level up across the competition, NRG have slowed down.
This is a nice exec, but they're not moving in. The molly's blocking them. The flashes expire. Cello gets a chance to fire off and still takes one with him. All the rotates flood this bomb site, and it doesn't matter how nice your exec is. If you can't play off the util, Imperial, it's all just paint on the wall to them. Battered and bruised. 3K for Vinny. Everybody gets to go here for Imperial.
I mean, Vinny's only been on the IGL arc for a couple of years now, right? I think it was 2023 when he first started. Still one of these players, I think, being, you know, not like a career captain, someone who, when he's performing well, when he kind of feels like individually he's got solid reads, the cooling looks way better. And he has been massive in these games thus far for Imperial. You see him moving around the map. There's a lot of conviction. They're usually right. They're being super proactive in the mid-round. This is a super frustrating game for NRG. It feels like the moment they leave an area of the map clear, Imperial have already taken it off of them.
Doesn't help that because of just no round wins in this game, we're never going to see Exotic Zorp even come through. He's going to have to take a hard eco in one of these rounds if he wants to do it, and we're yet to see that. Maybe waiting for some success, but it doesn't look like it's coming. An attempt at a fast B hit, but that molly blocks it. Nice protocol for Skulls, playing it safe. Pop control taken. Orb is dropped. Bro is out of the smoke. NRG, this is their best looking round yet.
They've had a couple of these man advantages, but they've got a great position here on Bro.
Oh.
That was his chance to really go and extend this. Instead, he's shot in the side of the head. Cello with the cover. They're closing in, looking to take even more away out here in main. And Sonic might get found, might get tagged, still comes out with the kill.
Are they going to go B? Yeah, 3 players ready to jump the gun. Skulls hits, he steps down the ramp to rotate in. Skulls kills Daps. You got a bigger problem to deal with. Exotic and George taking space, trying to move into this bomb site. Skulls needed a multi. And now we might finally see a round on the board for NRG. Unless...
He's down to give it a go. Handed a fight, George deletes him. And so NRG takes them a very long time, but they'll finally get on the board with their first. It's a big round from Sonic to get them there.
Yeah.
Important set of openers.
Dropping the orb as well first. Fortunately for them, they can't pick it up. It will be a shame to see Exotic be removed from this major by not even getting the AWP in his final map. He has had some real high highs in the BO1s, was an absolute carry for NRG. Imperial take main, flash push in, Bro gets traded. But Imperial are happy with that, they'll take the space. Comes pretty cheap, all things considered. Out of main. Bomb walking through a smoke. NRG trying to get cheeky with it. Skulls back in this position.
Vinny playing right under him as well, hoping that that little 1-2 punch, this kind of bait and switch, means that even if Skulls is overran and overwhelmed, Vinny there to pick up the pieces.
Well, it's very reliant on your teammate though, right? If your teammate dies, so do you. Does this even end B? Daps throwing fake util right now. Well, Exec out of Pop Dog, but this is just a ruse.
Not enough to draw the rotates. Imperial remains stubborn.
Wow.
Skulls landing a double. Vinny there, the trade-in.
Sonic.
Daps last spotted out towards Pop. They know he's coming in late. They're going to shut him down. No chance to start a streak here for NRG. They get slammed right back down to earth.
Yeah, Skulls is shot in the side of the head there. That's a crazy shot for Sonic, but he still laughs it off because his double kill tees up the round win. Bomb loose upper and a massacre on this B site. Imperial, they are brutalizing NRG right now. NRG have nothing to be thankful for.
Counter-terrorists win.
Getting stuffed.
Flash through, Cello left blind. Here's the footsteps now as they start to close in, and he hears lots of them, so he's called for support. Rotates start to make their way in. It's Daps with an opening. And he's actually going to play through this smoke. Rapping on a camera right now is Daps. No way with the catch, and there's Skull's support out from CT. Anytime NRG squeak one of these advantages past, they've struggled so immensely at holding on to it.
Just across the board, every single player of Imperial delivering rounds, delivering multi-kills, finding impact across the map. Bomb is so late right now, and George does not have the health to make this one work. Luckily running into the AWP at the moment. But will the luck run out as the double flank appears through the Pop Dog? George does make this move silently. Exotic timing, you feel like might just get him. He is holding on. Running away, will he expect more? Try caught, George follows up, and there's that bomb drop. 17 seconds, I don't know how you win this.
I don't know if you can. George closing in, hoping he can get this bomb back. No way he's going to let him have it, because what choice does he really have now? He's got to commit to a bomb plant. Tap on it, No Way closes in. And George with the commitment will get out with a bomb plant. No Way tries to play it smart, not even leave this one to a fight. George was there to call his bluff. Low health in the clutch, one bullet from No Way ends this. And trading places, George caught from afar. Imperial double digits, looking to make this a very one-sided move into stage 2.
They just can't catch a break, can they? Even with advantages, the rounds slip through their fingers. Even there, breaking their way into B, the bomb gets dropped late. Disaster. Exotic came back from heaven to go ramp, maybe feeling like a rotate was holding him from connector. But it was the double flank. Imperial, lovely active move. Always have another idea, another play. Taking back main, re-clearing B. Really strong setups on the CT side. I'm seeing why they wanted to play Fnatic on it. It just came down to their T side, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we don't really care about that anymore because they've done the work in the first half. Try responding.
I mean, Skulls has literally just handed them an advantage. He stands in a molly, burns 100 to 0 at that util. And so if Imperial still win this, they've been gifted 2 openers in this round.
4v5s has just been no problem for Imperial in this game. Try immediately responds. Yes, Sonic finds an entry. But let's see how Imperial respond in what should be a tricky round. 3v4. Lost Ivy. Smoke fading. NRG taking that space.
Again with a solid read out of Imperial. They cleared upper tunnels. They confirmed no one was there. This aggression from Cello could be one step too far. His chance to chase down Try. He'll get out at 1 HP.
Should be enough.
Spam just comes up shy. And there's Try with 1, but a shot away from certain death. NRG clutching at straws, looking for a second. And even a stray piece of util will end this. There's the spot from George. NRG, just 2 rounds to their name. If Imperial can find success in the pistol, stage 2 is right there. Imperial might have struggled in the BO1s, but best of threes are where they've looked to do their best work. 2-0 over the Huns yesterday, and now they're looking for a very quick day in the office to send them through to stage 2.
Yeah, Imperial's best looking half so far in the major, and it's at the most integral time. Final day of play on the stage, and Imperial shredding NRG with a stand-in. 10-2. You feel like the job is almost done. Can you finish it?
Very passive pistol round from NRG. Sat back with an A-sided lead, but they're not able to stop the pop spillover. Try Cello in the feed. George and Daps offer up a bit of a response.
No way.
Sonic getting chased down out here in main. Skulls put down as George shows them how it's done. That is a massive pistol round. 4 kills from the man. And that's going to keep NRG on train just a little bit longer.
2 smoke shots for George, and just the perfect cover onto his teammates. He's been a player struggling to find consistency inside of NRG. But he bails them out in this round, keeps them in Budapest for at least one more. Will Imperial's ugly T-side against Fnatic rear its head again here on train? Or can they get right back to their winning ways? It's a full eco in the second, similar to what NRG showed us. And they're just looking for a bomb plant. Chasing down Daps is the name of the game. Molly. And then they go off the one flash.
If you get out with the bomb plant, you're very happy with that. Imperial lock it in. They're all about to die, sure, but they made their money in the round, and that's really all that matters. Imperial were very B-focused on their T-side in that Fnatic game, and the thing that Fnatic did so well to shut it down was successfully fight for the halls. Now, we never saw that in the pistol from NRG. I want to see if they're willing to go for it in this rifle round. It can be through pop, it can be through these layered peaks at upper and lower, but it feels like it's going to be paramount if they want a chance on this CT side. Here's the first gun round for Imperial.
It's just so ugly considering it's 4 SMGs. NRG have to play aggressive. So triple B push immediately to shut down this control. Lovely entry for Sonic.
You can see how the run boost threw the timing off, right? Vinny was not ready for that.
Yeah, beat the molly, ate the nade, no problem.
He's walking out. I mean, this would be a crazy round to pick up cleanly if you're NRG. It's 4 SMGs at play. It's looking to be their best round yet.
Yeah, and 1 M4 put to use. Daps sneaks into the corner. So Imperial just bang their head against the wall. It's all about stopping this B aggression. As we learned in the Fnatic game, it was a game where Imperial couldn't even get box halls control without losing multiple players. Fnatic never even pushed pop. They just had different variances of ramp setups, ramp pushes, upper plays with the AWP, different ways to shut down Imperial's round start. They were never able to throw a B execute into their T side. And I'm sure NRG saw that game. So yes, the run boost is a nice idea. It catches Imperial off guard, but there needs to be more of that in this CT side. More ways to disrupt if they're going to make this game a reality. Good start to the half. Pistol converted, and they get some AKs out of this or rather bonus round. But it's still a long way to the finish line.
Something nice here as well is, you know, you were voicing those concerns early, Hugo, of how much of a crime it would be if Exotic doesn't get to don the AWP in this final map of play. Well, you just got a 5 alive round in your bonus, so
I'd just drop it, honestly.
Certainly flush with money.
Drop the MP9. I think you're this deep into the game, you're this down. I'd just rather see them go out with everything on the line here than be playing SMGs. They'll upgrade one more rifle. It is, of course, a lower economy round here for Imperial. Round the saves. Heavy nade stack, knowing what they're up against. But this time just Daps alone on B. Space taken back towards main. NRG need to rotate, they need to do it quick.
These are the rounds Imperial want to run.
Yeah.
No early casualties, full control outside of B, and
No
they're gonna
rotate.
set piece up their sleeve.
You've got A main and you've got Ivy blocked. You need to rotate. This is really late right now. NRG look like they want a double flank. No, boost up.
Oh, it's limited util. They might just contact this.
I'm
And
getting
so all the
scared.
onus is going to be on Daps,
This is
keeping
our-
it together.
This is our worry, right? If Daps isn't able to multi-kill in these positions, it's very hard rounds for NRG. Will these smoke fakes for Skulls pull Sonic back? You'd hope not with Exotic in main. Sonic hangs around. Good nade.
Here's the limited bit of util, but it's all eyes on Daps.
Whoa, what?
Sonic caught out in the open. Daps has got to go huge, and he's
Ah.
been spotted, dealt with, cleaned up straight away. George dead as well. Back in the connector.
Bomb has been planted.
And so that's a done deal. No chance here. It's Bro and Exotic on the two SMGs. I mean, money's fine. May as well give it a look in. May as well see what you can do. See if you can cause some chaos, but Cello's got the cover.
It's a great round for Imperial, but I can't help but think it was predictable from the offset with that much control of the map, with Pop Dog cleared, with Ivy blocked, with A main taken instantly in the round. You see Skulls throw smokes, you know he's faking you. There's no reason to be caught off guard by a contact B play in that position. They even threw some util early, and Sonic is caught pulling nades for upper. Get your gun out. NRG, nothing to show on this B hold. And hey, we get that orb. Exotic's first orb in round number 17 of this map. But is it too late?
Imperial with a bit of a different look here. Pressure instead this round over towards Pop Dog and Ivy. They hear the Exotic orb fire off, and there's an opening, a red carpet. Sonic dead first. And a 5v4. They know all the pressure is on NRG, and so Imperial going to take this time to group up. Again, outside of this B site. And again, no contest from NRG. It's just Daps over towards B.
Cool angle. Smoke comes down. Buy some time on this B site. Skulls again late behind main. Exotics just missed that timing. Will that be to Skulls' betterment?
I mean, at bare minimum, him seeing so deep and seeing no one has freed up George to rotate round. And last time they kind of underreacted to the info, so this time they're going to overreact. 3 players ball round towards the B site, and it's the right move.
Yeah, they're out. Spotted, good nade, but Bro's getting burned. He's getting tickled at his feet. A great staging flash, but Dab still reacts, and only 1 kill comes from Imperial. The time is ticking.
Sonic's now, Skulls has now found this timing out through main though, and the bomb's coming back round to join him. He
Oh,
Exotic
dear.
rotate away, and that's Skulls with the catch.
Back door open, Imperial bust in.
NRG, they were seconds away from celebrating, you know, successfully repelling that B play, and then in comes Skulls to twist the knife in the back. Imperial onto a winner here.
Really cool fake out for Imperial, because they can commit with B if they like what they see. If they get clean entries, they're just going to go. But Skulls' lurk is one of 2 things. It either means he can flank that B site in a post plant, or he can open up the chance to rotate late through Pop. Really cool strat in the pocket of Imperial. That's the kind of thing you pull out when you want to guarantee a round. And that's the round they needed. Match point, stage 2. 5 kills away.
Terrorists win.
Impressive T-side. That's what they wanted to run against Fnatic. Well, right now it's all paying off here for Imperial. Late in the day. In a day where we didn't want to leave with 0 Brazilian teams succeeding.
Morning.
But this was the one favorite.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny was sat on the sidelines watching his former captain fall out to FaZe Clan just hours ago. Now he's looking to take his squad into stage 2 here in Budapest.
Oh, nice shot.
Wow, he's really backing it up with his aim as well, isn't he? It's been a fantastic series of maps from Vinny ever since the BO3 started. And you're breathing real easy now if you're Imperial. You don't just have all these chances, but you've secured this 5v4. You know NRG are working with less. Sonic's lost his gun. Oh, that's really rough. No, you don't.
No.
You haven't just lost your gun.
He's
It's
got
found the MP9 at least.
Can't find the rifle from Dabs.
Looking for Dabs' rifle.
They're just
Won't
going.
come to matter. They're going to start to blitz in down the ramp. Bro hears them coming, but he's been quiet all series long, and that's not his time to stand and deliver. Imperial just kills away from stage 2 with Sonic dead. They're not looking over their shoulder.
Bomb has been planted.
And only Exotic remains. Imperial, they swarm over NRG for a clean close and a clean qualification into that second stage of Budapest.
A couple of strong maps to open for NRG, but winning 1 out of the last 7 once they hit the BO3s, it goes horribly wrong.